I said that I would post more frequently, and I am. This is the second post for tonight before I get ready to go to bed because it's like 3:15 here, and my insomnia it kicked in a little while ago in hyperdrive, but now I actually feel sleepy. I'm so excited. Only an insomniac would be happy about getting to sleep at 3:30 in the morning. This post is because this post I said I wouldn't do. And I said that I wouldn't do it because I told the person that I was talking to that I do not read my poetry. And I said I do not read my poetry, and there's a very good reason that I don't read my poetry, and it's because it's mine. It's mine, and if you want to read it, you need to go to WordPress like everyone else and read it. No special treatment for you. But no special treatment for anybody. Well, I can literally count on one hand how many people I've actually sat and read poetry for or to that is of my own writing. And like I said, it's because it's personal. It's it may not be something that I'm necessarily dealing with or something that I'm necessarily going through at that moment, but it is my personal thoughts and my feelings on that particular subject. So, whether I'm writing from my perspective or someone else's. So it makes it a little bit hard to write or read those type of thoughts to someone who may not get it, I guess. I don't know. I think I'm just a scaredy cat. I'm gonna just call it like it is. I'm just a scaredy cat, and I get nervous reading my stuff in front of people. And it is what it is. So I'm going to read two things. The first thing that I'm going to read is I'm going to read my case because I keep having people try and look at it to see what it says because I go like this a lot, and when I do like that, you can see part of it, but you can't see everything that's on it. So the case says, and I'll read it in my I'm a reader voice. We must go through trials, not because we are being punished, but so that we can be made strong enough to help others. Learn from your challenges. They made you who you are. Love without action is nothing but silence. Tell me how true it is. Now the poem. The poem that I said I wasn't going to read is, I'm going to read it. I am. Excuse me, I'm just not going to stop this video to read it due to my constant incessant yawning. But the video that I did previously had, here it is. I got to like 16 minutes and then my dog was just going haywire and she would not let me talk and she just kept popping up out of nowhere trying to be in the video. I'm like, Bella, sit down. And she's like 100 pounds and I'm like 150 and like 5'2", so I can't compete with you. I don't want to compete with you, so please sit down. Sit down. But she's asleep now, so that's great. So the video or the posting that I'm gonna do is it actually encompasses the reason why I don't read irony my stuff. It's a raw edit. I haven't edited or added to anything, and I usually have a tendency to go through and add or correct what I have because when I look at something and I reread it, I always find something to critique it with. I think part of that is because we're our own worst critics. And I know that I am. So this is a raw edit, and I'm only doing this because I promised that I wouldn't do any readings of my stuff. But I have a feeling that I'm not going to be reading at any poetry spots. So this is as close as I'm going to get to any type of poetry reading. So enjoy, because this is probably all you get is me reading to the screen off of my screen. You dig? Okay. High treason, raw edit. Comfortable. Okay. Sometimes I sit and watch my words take flight. I write with no aim, direction, nor vision in sight. That feeling you get when you have a blank canvas at your fingertips, vulnerable to the colors, a slave to the stroke. Nothing but you and the thoughts that you keep quiet throughout the day. The thoughts that you lock down at night because you're afraid they'll get away. The way you have the ability to layer them on and chip away at the feelings. No one to question, no one to reason. These thoughts run wild with the abyss. Some statements are near miss. Untamed and unafraid, they seemingly bear no shame. Ink-stained fingerprints is all that remains. This is my embodiment. Willingly I dance, can't seem to break free. Each poem unique as the date and time it was written. Many of the thoughts are forbidden. To give in is an act of emotional treason, so I shut down and I live through this pen. Unfortunately, there's a certain peace in sin. Like a cool breeze on a hot day, you get a warning chill. But you don't want it to stop. As you follow into a trance until the last ink in the pen stops. Words dance, thoughts pass, and it's a new day. Yet so many words still linger from yesterday. It's kind of beautiful the way that the consonants and vowels dance and make love to each other on the page. Waves of emotion crash against the barriers of conscience. And the bubbles of reality, they linger as remnants rape the shore, painting images with words. That one is on my WordPress. And it was written June 18th. So it is relatively old by some people's standards. But not by mine, because I like it. So I guess it's okay. WordPress, Kiss the Nyx, KISSTHYNX. It's also the same on Instagram and Twitter. You see it? You see it? You see it. I am going to attempt to read one poem every month so that I can build my confidence up. I thought this was cute. That's what happens when you can't sleep.
My eyebrows done.
That's what happens when you can't sleep. But I think I'm going to end here. I'm at 590 seconds. But I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to read one poem each month and build my confidence up so that if I do get the kahunas to go to a poetry spot with a few certain individuals that have told me on numerous occasions that there are spots around the city that I can go do that at. As if I didn't know. I'll go ahead and I will build my confidence up so that I can read there. Poetry is something that for me is really private, and I have pages and pages upon pages of words that mean a lot to me. And the thought of somebody just delving into that and me reading it in my voice, I think that's the thing that's a little bit too real. So it is what it is. I'm going to end this video here, and I hope you all have a great night. Kiss the Next, WordPress, Instagram, and Twitter. You can find me on Twitter. I am listed on there. And I hope you have a great night. Alright. See y'all later.